People don't know it. People don't think about it. But there's a sneaky little trick about the connection between the dollar and American politics. It's powerful, it's pervasive, it has a long history. It isn't perfect, but it's more perfect than most things that people rely on to trade. And it works like this. And I'm just going to say this really simply. In periods of gridlock, overwhelmingly, the dollar rises. In periods of real one-party control of the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the presidency, the dollar falls. This actually links directly not to the years in office so much, although heavily, but more particularly to the immediate effect of the elections, because as soon as people see what the elections are, they know who will be in Congress or the presidency come January. And the reality of the currency as it gets priced, starts getting priced very quickly, if not almost immediately. So if you think from election date to election date, instead of when Congress is in position or when the president gets inaugurated over these years, gridlock makes the dollar rise. Strong one-party control or one-party control makes the dollar fall. I want you to think about this. Since the election, the dollar has been strong. And what is that telling you? Since the election, the dollar being strong tells you, as I have told you before, that there is this gridlock effect when most people don't think there is. The gridlock effect is that as we move past the president's initial honeymoon, the traditional honeymoon commonly associated with the first 100 days, although there's nothing magical about an exact number of days. Rather obviously, that's true. As we move past the president's honeymoon, the ability in Congress, Senate, and House of Representatives for the Democrats to put through legislation with one-party control unravels slowly and steadily as you move toward the midterms. It's unraveling, in my opinion, as we speak, and you can see the discussion and debate about what do we do on an infrastructure bill, whereas on the $1.9 trillion spending bill early in the honeymoon period, they could ram that right through. I believe what comes of this is that those effects of gridlock that I've talked about and its powers are well already priced into the dollar, and consistent with what I told you on videos before, the power of gridlock coming early in this cycle in prior videos, that gridlock is stronger than people recognize. For example, as I speak, and this can change a little, tied to a couple of untoward deaths in the House of Representatives and a couple of untoward resignations in the House of Representatives. The current actual, because the seat's vacant, it doesn't vote. As I speak, the Democrats can only afford to lose 2 seats, 2 votes, if they want to pass anything, 218 to 212 as I speak. As we move forward, and again, I don't wish ill on anyone ever, but as we move forward, there can be unexpected untoward deaths from all the normal natural causes. There can be unexpected scandals that associate with resignations, and you can't tell when those will be. You can't tell when the deaths might be from a heart attack or whatever. And that balance with the margin in Congress, so slight, is very perilous. And therefore, the gridlock effect gets stronger. What's the real magic of gridlock? Well, as I've explained many times in many ways, written about at length and done in videos here in the past, gridlock is a tremendously powerful effect to help boost the stock market. And what the dollar strength is telling you is we have a gridlock effect here now, that people don't recognize because they don't see this time period as gridlock, when it is, because the history is the dollar is strong when you have gridlock, the dollar is weak when you don't, and the dollar strength since the election, almost immediately after the election, is a signal that this really is gridlock that's here, good for the stock market. Thank you very much for listening to this video.
Subscribe to the Fisher Investment YouTube channel if you like what you've seen. Click the bell to be notified as soon as we publish new videos.